Walrus. Jumping even before I get started tonight, huh? You guys have to bear with me 1 second. Hello, sea chicken. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully I will be able to keep up tonight. I think I caught Nerdy's flu bug because I've been having the sniffles all day. So I'm going to hope and pray that I can make it through an entire episode tonight. That's what we're hoping for. No guarantees, no promises. Who knows? At one point, I may just like collapse in front of on the computer, and you'll see all sorts of weird things happen on the screen. That's one of the possible things that might happen. Nip show, not even close to firsties. Not even close. But you might think that depending on how slow Twitch is in responding to anything tonight, because it does seem to be behind a little. I actually watched a couple of Twitch streams today, and it seemed a little slow. It seemed. See, I can't even speak of the English tonight. I really feel like nerdy now. It seemed a little bit slow tonight. So I just have to hope and pray and all that good stuff. Uh, like I said, that I can make it through an entire episode. Yeah, collapsing does make, well, it makes for entertainment. I don't know if it makes for good entertainment, Walrus. There's a very, very big difference. Just get anybody that falls asleep on camera, they're talked about, but they're not usually talked about in a very good way. So yeah, tonight I'm not even sure what I was going to run. Tonight I'm not sure what I was going to run. The only thing I know for sure, damn it, like I said, I'm drained. I really am. The only thing I know for sure is we'll get at least through the basics. And depending on how many people show up, will determine what we actually do game-wise. I have one kind of set out there that I'm kind of thinking I'll probably run this evening, but no guarantees. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are all having a very good weekend. I hope everything is going your way. Trust me, I wing a lot of things. You think there's a script? No, no scripts. We don't know what scripts are. Well, we kind of know what they are, but we kind of like stick them in the shredder whenever we can. Because see, I forgot to do something already. I forgot to do one more thing. Damn it. And I'm going to hope. All right, we're good. We are good. I turned off my slideshow presentation, and if it had shown up on the other screen, it would not have been good. It would not have been good on this one. So yeah, like I said, it's Saturday night. As you guys can see at the bottom, we put a note. Dang it. A note in about the ABBA Awards. You guys make sure you get in touch with me on Instagram to get those votes in. You guys will have until January 15th at 11:59 p.m. That's what we're aiming for. And I just saw, why is that disappearing? I have no clue why that's disappearing. Apparently I have an animation in here I meant to take out and I haven't done it yet. But I really don't have anything else to discuss. It's kind of quiet around here. Like I said, with me sitting around and not getting phone calls like I was hoping to get, but who knows? Next week is a brand new week. We'll see what happens. Give me a minute. I'm going to fix that. That should not be fading out. Where is that one? Let's get rid of that. There we go. Now it's back in there. Now, like I said, I don't have any rants right now, Walrus. Let me think. Is there something I could rant about? No. Like I said, like I said, that's the problem when you don't have much going on around the house. Is you don't have a lot of things to rant and rave about tonight. So I don't have a lot to rant and rave about this evening. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's a new year. I always know it starts slow. I do have one person I got to try to contact tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. No guarantees on anything in that regard. I just hate. I hate. You want my rant? Is me sitting around the house doing this. I hate it. I hate it. I despise it. It drives me batty. In fact, it was so bad, I just had no energy or desire to go pull video clips yesterday or today. I really need to do that because a lot of my stuff I thought was done is no longer done. It's like all screwed up. Everything on the Instagram account is right. Everything else on my computer is not right. So I got to work on that a little while I do have time. Yes, a board listy is a dangerous thing because I'm always, it's one of those, as you guys know, when I talk a lot, I talk fast, and I change tracks a lot. It's because I will start talking about one thing, something else will cross my mind. I'll start talking about that, something else will cross my mind, then I might jump back, then jump forward, jump back, and so on and so forth. And so it's kind of like when I'm bored, it gets even worse. It gets even worse. So tomorrow I will actually start doing domestic stuffs, which is going to be even harder for me to do because I have so much I can do. It's kind of like, where do I start? And it's like, I don't know where to start. And when I don't know where to start, I sit there and debate among myself. Do I do A or do I do B? How you doing, bros? What is good, my friend? So yeah, like you guys can see on the board at the moment. Whoops, I forgot to uncover them again. We have our silicrostics up. This is probably, like I said, this is probably the easiest thing I have to put up to start any episode. And I just didn't feel like jumping right in with the 4-letter word to start in that fast till we got a few people on the channel and watching and hopefully participating tonight. And like I said, the good news is, I did find some good news. Even though I've lost a bunch of Twitch videos, I finally got the export function working, which is making me very, very happy. I will be able to get all the newer ones back up on the YouTube page. I will be able to get all the new ones back up on the YouTube page. And I see what the problem is. There we go. It'll probably take a second for that to click in, I hope. I just realized what it was. It was doing the streaming, but it doesn't say what I'm streaming again. I hate it when it does that. I absolutely despise it when it does that. It drives me batty. So I actually totally forgot a couple of things. And Nightbot hasn't said anything either, which is starting to worry me. Nightbot usually throws up at least a welcome screen, but it hasn't done that yet. No, no, no. We are not streaming the Playroom, you stupid Twitch. You're not liking me today. Why is it not liking me today, guys? I don't know. I don't know. All right. Hopefully that will fix it here in a few moments. So bear with me. Like I said, I always have issues when I have to do these things and get them going. There we go. Now it might be ready to behave and show me under talk shows like it's supposed to, and not under the Playroom like it's not supposed to. Nope, it just still says streaming, so we'll have to wait and see. We're supposed to get a ton of it tomorrow. Actually, no, we're supposed to get ice, sleet, and maybe snow tomorrow. They have said that it's going to be ugly around here tomorrow. So it's basically, if you live in the Midwest, you stay off the streets. That's pretty much, that was their one word of advice. Hello, little French lady. How are we doing? Yeah, there it goes. Ah, there it goes. Now it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Like I said, I still do wish I had the PC to do the streaming stuff with, but I'll figure it out. Oh, you want to know why they shared it? I thought they said, why don't you share it? Shows you how much I'm not paying attention. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of fighting that bug that I think a couple of people got. I know Delve had it not too long ago. Nerdy's got it. I think it's like jumping around the country right now. Because like I said, I kind of felt today. It's basically all day today. I basically sat back and watched De Casa de Llama. I forget. It's basically it's a Spanish TV series about a bank robbery. And if you've ever seen Inside Man with Denzel Washington and Clive Owen and Jodie Foster, this is the TV version of it from Spain. It's actually not bad. It's got one sub story in there that I absolutely despise that they've included. If they would if they would drop the sub story that went along with it, I guess they got to make the police female character be relatable. It doesn't add anything to the story, unfortunately. But yeah, so far it's actually not bad. I've gotten through 8 or 9 episodes today. And how you doing, Mark? And I may finish watching it tonight after I get off. Like I said, I honestly don't know how we're going to feel by the time we get a couple of hours in. Like I said, we always try to get a couple of hours in on Saturdays. And it's one of those where what's the word I'm looking for? It's one of those ones where it's a really good binge watch for me because I like action type movies. But it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea because I forget who I was. I think I was talking with Dr. J, and we were talking about the Dark German one. It's called Dark. And I tried watching that one, and I couldn't get into it. And I just really needed something that I have not seen before. That's my problem with Netflix. Is basically all my good ones I've seen a million times now. I just got finished rewatching Travelers for like the entire series the 3rd time. I still got to watch Longfellow's last season. But it's like I'm running out of good things to watch on Amazon Prime. I'm running out of good things to watch on Netflix. And the only other thing I have left is Pluto. And Pluto is kind of like, almost one. Is that sort of like almost Pregnant Bros? Or is that almost I did great, but I didn't break the bank? Almost won on a scratch-off ticket does not necessarily mean a good thing. I haven't. Somebody said I need to watch Ozark, and somebody said Black Mirror. I've thought about Black Mirror. Ozark doesn't really grab me. Yeah, but that's only on BBC America show. I don't have that at the moment. It is not on Netflix. It's not on Amazon. It is strictly BBC America, and I don't have it, so I can't watch it. That's why I'm behind on my Doctor Who viewing, because I can't watch last season's Doctor Who program. So it's kind of like I'm stuck. Oh, it's on your guys' Netflix, but not ours yet. Well, that's because BBC likes you guys. That's because BBC likes you guys more than they like us. I know that for sure. Riverdale. I watched one episode of Riverdale, but I think I was too sidetracked. I was too busy, so I didn't really watch all of it. This, like I said, this one is the first one I've actually sat down and watched the entire thing of with paying serious attention to it. Yeah, but I don't do the piracy stuff, Sea Chicken. If something shows up on YouTube, I'll watch it on YouTube. If it shows up on Daily Motion, I'll watch it on Daily Motion. But I'm not going to go hit the torrent sites to watch something. I refuse to do that. There are standards in the world, my friend. There are standards in the world. So yeah, like I said, it just kind of depends. Space CA, I think I tried it, but it's got that country lock on it. I think that's the one that's got the country lock on it. Because I know BBC America would broadcast, and they got their BBC online player thing. And that I can't use because it is blocked outside of the UK. I don't know if Space CA has the same thing or not. If they use the BBC player, I know it is. Alright, so I have seen number 1, number 5, and number 4. And I think I saw number 2. And I think I saw number 2. And it's kind of like I miss watching... What's the other one? I have yet to actually see any Star Trek's series because it's on Hulu, and I don't do Hulu. I already pay enough for Netflix and Amazon, so I can't afford to do any more streaming things. Yeah, I could change the DNS, but that's called breaking the rules, and we try not to break the rules in this house. I'm what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? A techie with a conscience. I'm not Mr. Robot. I'm not like those guys in the super villain movies. Those I am not. I had something else that was on my mind now, and I forget what it is. Oh, well, it'll come to me. I was drawing a blank. So, yeah, there are certain things I don't do. I mean, I know I can change my DNS. I can get around this, that, and the other thing to do those. But it's kind of like, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I guess you could call it a conscience. Maybe? No, conscience isn't the word I'm looking for. Because I will watch stuff for free when it's available. I'm drawing a blank. I know the word and it won't come to me. It won't come to me at the moment. No, I haven't tried a proxy. It takes more effort to set those up than anything, and it's kind of like, It takes more effort than it's actually worth to do it, because I know sooner or later I'll either go pick them up, or they will come through one of the services I already have. I'm a very, very patient person. Let's put it that way. Is it fun to talk about things that other people have seen? Yes. But is it necessary for my life? No. Like I said, you forget, I'm getting older. So I'm getting to that point where either I'll get to it or I won't, sort of thing. Sorry. Pardon me, folks. And I am going to adult beverage a little bit. Oh, I know what I was going to mention. And for those of you that were here Thursday night, which I don't think is anybody that's actually on the channel at the moment or hasn't spoken up on the channel, I hope you guys enjoyed the After Dark episode. And like I said, yes, that will become a regular thing here in the near future. Probably starting this last week. And basically, it's basically no holds on the conversation, on the chat. It's allowed to be a little more adultish. The trolls will be pretty much left to their own devices. They can do or say whatever they want, and we're going to ignore them. The playroom getting full of people trying to be famous. I think everybody tries to be famous, bros. I think everybody tries to be famous. What's good, Lethal? Or Mr. Vacuous? It's just a case of whether or not they've got the backing to do it. I find that more people actually try to be famous on Twitch than anything, and it's scary because there's a lot of people that really are somehow they found a niche that they don't really fit in or they don't qualify for. Always, Lethal. Always. There you go. Speaking of which, I don't know where I put my Riddler cane tonight, so we're using a backup plan. And they think that's going to be their thing. And what was the other thing? Oh, there was that's what I was going to talk about. There was a Twitch talk show today, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's on Saturdays. I do know this. It's Saturdays. And it's a geek tech talk show. And I'm trying to think of Round Rogue Space or something like that. Round Rogue Space, I think it was. Oh, it's going to be a regular. It is going to be a regular thing, Lethal. Speaking of which, I need to see NorCal in here. Where's NorCal? I want to yell at him a minute. Not a rant yell, just yell at him a minute. But it was actually pretty cool. And they basically talk technology. They talk pop culture a little. And it's sort of a podcast type stream. But they were actually two guys that were pretty cool, pretty laid back, and very down to earth. And we got to talking about Animaniacs. And I just found this out. Hulu is apparently going to pay to bring Animaniacs back. And they did this whole 10 or 15 minute spiel. Oh, he's already got plans, bros. I don't know what I know one of the things he's going to try, but it'll have to see. But Hulu is apparently bringing back Animaniacs, and they're talking about it on the broadcast. And I did not know this till he mentioned it. He basically said that from his research, he found out why Animaniacs was originally canceled. Now, for those of you that know what Animaniacs are and love Animaniacs, you guys know it is very, very innuendo charged, right? It is a very adult recognizable cartoon. Come to find out, they canceled Animaniacs because too many adults were watching it, not enough children were watching it. Let that sink in for a second. I found that out today from this broadcast. He had actually found the article. He had read the little paragraph on it. And I'm thinking, you cancel something because it's too popular with college students and older, but it doesn't bring in enough kids. And I'm thinking, all right, who's running Warner Brother Animation Studios? I mean, I am just curious right now. I can't believe you never liked this, Sea Chicken. That's it. We're going to take Sea Chicken off the friends list. It shocked me when he read that. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. You got the college crowd eating this out of your hand, and the adults eating this out of your hand, and you're canceling it because you can't get the kids to watch it? I'm like, somebody hire me on at the animation place. Please, somebody hire me on at Warner Brothers Marketing Animation and let me go slap a few people across the face right now. But they got to talking about how a lot of the in jokes involve Warner Brother movies people. You'd always see a lot of Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of like it wasn't ever made for kids. Somebody got suckered into thinking this was supposed to be for kids. That's the only thing I can figure is some bigwig said we need a cartoon so we can put it on in prime time or late afternoon. And you know the joke about Disney and all the sex things that you find in there. And that's what they claim show. That's what the marketing people said. Was that everything was supposed to be for kids. With Professor Scratch and Sniff and Nurse Booms-a-Lot and they even brought out the thing that I think did it. They mentioned one scene in the show where the Warner Brothers and Dot have to solve a murder mystery. That's the thing I kind of remember about this. And I'm like, I remember this one. And Yakko goes that I can't find any prints. Okay? And Dot pulls out Prince, the artist, the singer known as Prince. And this is where you know this was not designed for kids. Okay? This is where you know this. And then so Dot's got the animated Prince on her hand. Okay? And yeah, because Yakko says we need to find prints. And he turns and he says, no, we need fingerprints. And I remember this scene very, very well for some reason when he described it. You got Dot, she looks at Prince and is kind of like, no, we are not going there. And she throws him off camera. And I remember that scene so well after he explained it. And I'm thinking, that's why you know this show was designed for adults. You knew it was designed for adults. If you ever saw that cutscene, it's like Warner Brothers had idiots in their marketing department. They had to have idiots in their marketing department. That's my only explanation that I can think of at the time. So yeah, like I said, I heard it's going to be coming back on Hulu. So it's like kind of like one of the few reasons I would be interested in Hulu, to be honest with you. Uh, well, see, they claim that show. They claim that The Tick was made for kids, and I'm like, no. No. I don't care who you are. You cannot be that dense. Hello, Miss Dell. How you doing, Angel? If you are that dense, But yeah, like I said, so it is actually something that actually has me considering signing up for Hulu. It is probably the only thing that has me considering signing up for Hulu. Or what I'll do is I'll let them play it a few times, and then I'll do the 10-day free trial or whatever. I'm blaming you and Nerdy for this sinus stuff, by the way, Delve. This is all your fault. I got it from you guys. It was like contagion over stream or something. Just so you know, my dear, it's all your fault this time. So yeah, that was like one of the big ones that they talked about that I really love the fact of. And then the other thing that they had mentioned is, I don't know how many of you guys watched it when it was on British television, but the show QI, Quite Intelligent, I think is what it stood for. I think that's what they said it stood for. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But it had Stephen Fry on like the first 10 seasons, and I've never watched the new season. And apparently the U.S. wants a version of it. The U.S. wants a version of it. I'm terrified. I am terrified as what they're going to do with it if they get their hands on it. It was one of those that got me started thinking about doing the Liz Wits show, kind of. Where basically they talked about really random facts, and they would put them in form of trivia for the celebrity panelists. And we're going to give you an example question, and I think I've asked this before, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, can any one of you give me any of the... There is NorCal. Just a minute, I was getting ready to yell, or I was wanting to yell at earlier. I need to know what's your PSN name, because I have learned that I cannot send party invites unless you're on my friends list, and I know you're not on mine at the moment. Because yeah, we were actually looking for you Thursday night. We were actually looking for you Thursday night during the After Dark stuff. Ask Lethal. I'm like, I want NorCal in here right now because I know he would have a blast with this. So yeah, because I found out because I didn't have Delve on my friends list. And it's like I sent her like 3 or 4 party invites and she never got them. And then I put her and was like, let me try one little thing, and threw her on her friends list, and then sent a party invite, and phew, straight through. Yeah, I know you were on late. That's why we were looking for you. That's why I was looking for you, but I don't have you on my friends list. So where was... Oh, QI. So this is one of my favorite questions from QI. And like I said, I think I've asked this before, so I think I know of at least 2 people that may know this answer. Can you give me a Christian name of any of the first 500 people that invaded at Normandy? I just need any one of their Christian names of the first 500 people that were invaded, or The first 500 invaders at Normandy. So that's a little bonus question. Like I said, this I actually, I think I've asked it before, but I'm not 100% sure. So there's you a kind of a quick bonus question. Oh, I need to check and make sure, because I know I haven't seen it, but I didn't check to make sure Nightbot had the command set. Yep, he's got the command set. All right, we're good. We are good. So yeah, so there's your challenge question, just to see. And I want to say, nope, James is not one of the first 500. I can tell you right now, it is not James. James is not in there. So yeah, and I love the fact that QI might be making it over on this side of the shores, but I'm really worried they're going to do like they do with everything else they take from Britain to move to the U.S. or Britain that they move to Canada. They dumb it down. I mean, they dumb it down horribly. It's sort of like if you ever watch The Weakest Link, the British version versus Weakest Link, the U.S. version. All the questions on the U.S. version are typically, hello, nerdy, how are we doing, my friend? No, it's actually the new lighting setup. I didn't tweak it like I was going to today. Those lights will end up going around the screen a bit. All right, you want it unspooky? We'll unspooky it a little. Let's unspooky. There we go. Now we're in hell. Now we're in hell. That's not a good color. Freddy is not here. Actually, I just put it back on white for now. Yeah, it's mostly for the after dark stuff, nerdy. And just poke myself. Poke myself in the throat. Why don't I? No, I am not in hell. Like I said, I can go to hell. There we go. We're now officially in hell. No, he was one of the first, but he was not the first 500. And it's great questions like that are really hard that QI always pushed out. And I will guarantee you, and because what they would do is they take 3 comedians and 1 regular panelist, and I can't think of the name. The purple looks like French hell. Oh wait, purple. There we go. French hell. No, actually, somebody said the blue was the best one to use. So that's why I kind of leave it at the blue most of the time. Yeah, no, I got your sinus thingy or whatever, I think. I'm blaming you and Delve, just so you know. So yeah, they are supposed to be moving. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to move them from where they're at down lower so that it doesn't glare as much. But I kind of like that look, but I don't know if it's gonna stick, because I basically peeled the backing off of them and stuck it to the front of I stuck them to this originally, and it just went bloop and hit the floor, and it's like, ugh. So the backing on it is not sticky at all. But yeah, you missed the first After Dark. It will be a regular feature. We had Lethal, Ginger, Dr. J for a while. a few people in the chat, and it's going to mostly be regular viewers that will be willing to party chat, and the Nerd Circle members. So just to let you guys know, there will be a limit on who will be invited into the chat. What I may do is I may schedule it and say this week it would be we'll invite Walrus Show, King NorCal, Nerdy, and Little French Lady, just like that. All the postings are up. The videos are not. Like I said, I wasn't feeling well today, so I didn't really work on them too much today, Nerdy. Plus, I got to go find whose video. I gotta find a good video, because I found a good video for LBM chick. What's her name? I'm drawing a blank off the top of my head. So yeah, I was kind of like, yeah. So I still got to work on pulling some videos in that regard. So I'll probably try doing that when I'm not house cleaning this week and job hunting this week. But yeah, all the postings are up. So all the postings are up and complete. Votes are already coming in for them. And I even deleted the bad ones. Yeah, as long as we remind them that votes on the repost don't count. Votes on the repost won't count. Like I said, that was the big confusion, and I'm just like, all right, just to avoid the confusion, I'll take all the repost votes. Or the repost nominations. But that's why I pretty much put in there on the first one. See, bros, we needed stuff like that Thursday night. That's what we needed. But yeah, there's a couple of them that got about 12 or 13 people already voted, and then there's a couple of categories where they've only got like 2 or 3 actual votes. Maybe, I think the low is 6. I think at the moment, in terms of total votes. Yeah, I don't think like I said, I think that's what had gotten to me, as I had said time and time again, that they had to come to me on IG and all that, and it's like, well, why didn't the one on the repost count? I didn't put the repost up. All right, Nerdy, get yourself better. Go have some more chicken soup. I'm probably gonna end up doing the same thing tonight. Second, it's actually the second, bros. The first, I can't get to it, but if you check the YouTube, there are actually 2 After Dark episodes. And I kind of want to do it so the After Dark, I'll send out like 6 messages and say, will you be available to do party chat Thursday? What's this coming Thursday? Thursday would be the 12th, I think. Or no, the 11th. It'll be the 11th. And then it will be, the party chat will be more adult-oriented conversation. After Dark will work. Is basically, I'm going to get 7 invites, because I'll be in there, obviously. And you can only get 8 in a party, for whatever reason, PlayStation. And those 8 people will be available to do party chat. So it will be a late night talk show of sorts. In your own words, or your own word game will be the backdrop, just to do it. And like I said, it was pretty fun Thursday. like I said, I don't think Ginger realized how much fun we had with her doing the one of the last Time Spacer episodes, or Tim Spacer episodes. And let's see, like I said, I know Lethal was there, Ginger was there, Dr. Jekyll was there, I was there. And like I said, NorCal, I did go looking for you, but I couldn't find you on my friends list, and I couldn't remember what your PlayStation name was. So I'm gonna harass the hell out of you to get that, because yes, I will have. I'm gonna have King NorCal in there at some point, guaranteed. But yeah, it will be pretty much every Thursday night. There it is. And like I said, the two regulars will probably be myself, and if he's not watching the kids, Lethal. So it'd be like the Lethal would be a regular. Like I said, if he's not off playing Destiny or watching the monsters or anything of that sort. That's a lie. Lethal's never fun. That's because you got to learn the other side of him, and to learn the other side of him, you just start pouring the beers in the glass, and while he's not looking, you pour more beer in the glass. And while he's not looking, you pour another beer in the glass, and you just keep it like the bottomless cup. That's what you do with it. You make it the bottomless cup. So that will be the plans for Thursday night. So you'll have me on Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and Saturday nights. And like I said, the Thursday night show will be pretty much, yeah, I figured you would show. The Thursday night one will be the one that's basically no prizes or anything of that sort. It's just going to be literally a talk show. It's literally going to be a talk show. And the game will just be the backdrop to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the timer got everybody tonight. And I had a feeling I was winning this one. I had a feeling I was winning this one. Because there aren't many words that fit this layout. There are not many words that fit this layout. We were looking for a luau. Aloha he, aloha hoy. We had coal, umps, casa, sued. We were looking for a luau for this one. Saw a couple people guessing LUs, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll get there. Maybe they'll get there. But nobody finished it off with the luau. And I kind of figure, because like I said, there's not many consonant and then 3 straight vowel words. I had a hunch I had a hunch this one was going to be taken. Oh, I will sneak in an occasional Spanish word, Mark, but usually casa and hola are pretty much it. I think those are about the only 2 Spanish word I ever really sneak in for anything. I might sneak in one other one on a random occasion, but if I do, I can't remember what it is. If I do, I cannot ever remember what it is. This is the 3rd one I do use on occasion. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we're going to keep things going. And we are going to jump straight to the first list of the night. The practice list, so to speak. No points, no players, no prizes. This one is just one to get you guys going. And for this, we are looking for 10 fictional ghosts. Now, again, these are all very specifically named fictional ghosts. So that's going to be the key to this board. is we are looking for specific named ghosts. And Inky is the first one off the board. Patrick Swayze is not a ghost. He's still alive. I think he's still alive. And I will say there are a couple on here you're going to have to think about. I will say there are a couple on here you are definitely going to have to think about. Why is it I always think he's still alive then? Who's the other one I'm thinking of? Who's the other one? There's somebody else I'm thinking of. Stretch from Casper, definitely in there. And like I said, there are a couple in here that I do believe are harder than normal. That's why I kind of picked this one to start things off. I will say number 2 is harder than normal. Number 3 is harder than normal. Number 4 is definitely harder than normal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, I'm going to say I think this is going to be a good hard list. And this was one I was originally going to use back on Halloween. But I just figured tonight I'm going to sneak it in. I figured tonight I was just going to sneak it in and use it tonight. The Flying Dutchman is definitely on there. Let me make sure I get the right one. The Flying Dutchman from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, I know there's other versions of the Flying Dutchman, but I actually tried to sit down and watch the last one, and I kept getting sidetracked. So it's like one of the few movies I have not actually been able to sit down and watch that I actually want to see. I've seen the very ending, and I've seen the guillotine scene. And I think those are the only 2 scenes I've actually been able to get the movie to have my full attention. Dr. Malcolm Crowe from The Sixth Sense is not in there. You didn't think I'd know who that one was from, did you, Show? But yeah, I had to go through a lot of ghosts to pick and choose. Because like I said, I will guarantee you, a lot of these are hard. I will say probably the easiest one on here is number 3. That's going to be my guess. But we'll have to wait and see. So we are looking for famous fictional ghosts. No, Freddy was never a ghost. Freddy was just a demon. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have just joined us, welcome to Les Wits. We are the one, the only live interactive game show where at some point tonight we will be giving away a prize out to one of you participants. No, we're not going to pull them out and show them off just because I don't really know what I want to pull out and show off. But we got like 150 something prizes. Actually, we got 300 something prizes, but only 150 are available for any given night, give or take. Although I think there are more than that because a lot of them are just like grouped together. Like my Pops, I think, are grouped together as a choice, and I think the models are grouped together. Some of the models are grouped together as choices. And we do give this stuff out. You can ask pretty much everybody that's on the channel so far. Let's see, I know Delve's got some, Walrus has gotten some, Show's gotten some, Mark's gotten some. Don't know who else is left out there. Sea Chicken's gotten some stuff. See, Mark's just like, ghost name, enter, ghost name, enter, ghost name, enter. Mark takes his trivia very, very seriously, ladies and gentlemen, just to warn you. The ghost of Snapchat. I have never done Snapchat. I will never do Snapchat. So Snapchat can have all the ghosts and hauntings they want. It won't be me. Ghostface Chilla. I'm trying to remember that one. Which one was Ghost? Oh, Ghostface from the Scream movies. Ghostface Chilla. Was his last name Chilla? I know his first name was Ghostface. I can't remember if Chilla was his last name. So again, we are looking for famous fictional ghosts. Now, depending on who you ask, show Queen Anne Boleyn is not fictional. Oh, okay, that's the Snapchat ghost. Okay, I gotcha. I just remember Ghostface from Scream. I do remember Ghostface from Scream. The Grey Ghost. From Batman the Animated Series, portrayed by Adam West, for those that didn't know. They wanted him in there to do an episode, and they didn't want him to do a villain, but they didn't want him to do anything. They wanted him in as a special superhero sort of guy. And they actually designed the Grey Ghost on the Batman series around Adam West. Ghost Rider, Mario, The Revenant. Oh, Boo or Big Boo from Mario. No, Boo is not there. See, I don't think Space Ghost counts as a ghost either. Space Ghost is a superhero who just has ghost-like powers. That's my opinion. So I don't think Space Ghost actually counts as a fictional ghost. And then the other two lists tonight are a little more in keeping with the happenings of today. And I will say they are a lot easier. This one, like I said, I did expect to be extremely difficult. I honestly expected this to go pretty much down to the wire if you guys don't pull this off. But I've said that before, then you guys just like, oh, this one. Oh, damn it. So again, we are looking for fictional ghost tonight for list number 1 of the evening. Again, this is the practice list. This is the one that we try to get your gray cells moving a lot harder than normal compared to the others because A, I got more energy and I'm better at keeping track of the chat and the conversation. Whereas when we get later on in the evening, it's easier for me to kind of let things slip, so I need ones that it's easier for me to go back and look and check and see what I missed. You are Zul. I am the gatekeeper. Are you the keymaster? I can't believe I just tried that. I am so sorry. That was just bad. That was bad all around. I cannot believe I actually tried to do that. Of course, one of the all-time great lines, let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown. Ironically, if I remember right, that was the movie that almost got Ghostbusters bumped up to an R-rated film. I want to say that line because they'll let one slide, but two they kind of get in there, and they had already done the dickless joke. And I want to say the prehistoric bitch line was the one that almost got him an R rating. But Ramos and Reitman and company, they kind of pulled some strings and some favors and managed to keep that one from getting you in trouble. Because normally you're allowed a couple of curse words in a film or one F-bomb. Anything more than that and you're automatically pushed up into an R rating. A Twinkie the size of Manhattan. Oh But let's see, what else have we talked about? We talked about Animaniacs, talked about a couple of Twitch streamers, Netflix, me being bored around the house. I'm trying to remember what else I'm forgetting now. So again, guys, if you guys have a Twitch channel, please feel free to host the show. And then your followers will know we're on, or they'll see that you're on and that you're broadcasting this show and yada, yada, yada. Make sure you guys are is it following or subscribing? Let me make sure. Yeah, make sure if you're not following, please follow us on Twitch. It is List Wits, all one word. It is on YouTube as List Space Wits. Every Saturday night we come to you from Twitch, and then Sunday, now that I know the export function is working, I will have the stuff exported over from Twitch to YouTube the next day. But you can't win nothing on the archives, because the archives have already come and gone, and we only give out the prizes to the live participants, not the zombie dead participants. I had to put it that way. If you're bored, grow a beard. Actually, it's growing. It's like I need to shave it off, but it's like if I do, it's going to be freezing cold. So it's kind of like I'm kind of waiting until I hear from my contract, the employment agency, before I actually get in there and shave it, because I am in desperate need of one of these getting chopped off too. But when it's 13 degrees outside, it's kind of like I like my ears being a little bit warm. I mean, I know it's selfish of me, but so again, ladies and gentlemen, for this first list, we are looking for fictional ghosts. And we won't give any hints. It's basically because it is a practice list. Once the timer is out, we'll basically just show off what wasn't gotten, or what wasn't revealed. Gotten. Oh, that sounds like a really bad phrase. We will show off the answers that are not revealed at that point. And then we will jump to list number 2. Actually, we'll probably do an open game first. Tonight. Because I have one, I just feel like I haven't run it in forever, so I'm thinking it's one I'm kind of interested in running. And the problem is I've got like an old version with stuff in it that I don't know if I've run. But I got a newer one that I know I haven't run. And I'm like, I hate using the new one, the new stuff, before I get the old ones taken care of. But yeah, I will say, of the ones that are on here, the number 3 is probably the easiest one that's left. Number 3 is the easiest one that is left. Be nice and say, I'm gonna give one hint right now. I will say, you guys, somebody named number 10, but they gave me the wrong name. I will say somebody did name number 10, but they gave me the wrong name. They didn't actually give me the ghost. Or I should say the ghost in question. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that just joined us, again, welcome to List Wits. We are the only live interactive game show. We come to you live from the PlayStation Playroom every week, at least 3 times a week now. Wednesday nights from PlayStation and YouTube. Thursday nights from the live from PlayStation Playroom and typically YouTube, but there are no prizes on the Thursday night episode. It's basically an adult talk show where we pretty much talk about this, that, and the other thing. And it gets pretty much as raunchy as you guys let it. And then we have tonight where we try to keep everything for family oriented, family friendly for you and those of you with kids that sit around and want to kind of hopefully learn them something. Hopefully. Although you do see my bad habits on the screen more often than you should. Speaking of families, Lethal, you would probably know better than pretty much anybody except maybe Nerdy. You heard from Fallen in the last couple of weeks? I'm just curious. No, that's this Thursday's name. That'll be the name of the episode this Thursday. Only I thought it was... Yeah, it was Thick and Hard Thursday. Yeah, it's Thick and Hard for this coming Thursday episode. That's the one that's the one where it's like it's not designed for the kids. That one is definitely not designed for the kids. But then again, we were talking about Animaniacs today and how that was not designed for kids and they got away with it. More often than it should have. A lot more often than it should have. But yeah, it's like you were right, Show. It's like the Tick is not designed for the kids, but it grew into a kid's thing. Although you will notice when it would move to Fox Kids, it got watered down quite a bit. But I know that series is supposed to be back next month, I think. I think Tick Season 2 is supposed to be back in February. So I'm looking forward to that one. I got to catch up on Troll Hunters. I do know that. And... I can't remember the other one. I refuse to answer that question, bros. I refuse to incriminate somebody. Lethal. We are not going to incriminate Lethal. Nope, we're not going to do it. We're going to keep his name clean as we can. Wow, guys, this one's got you guys so far. We have only gotten 3 of them in 19 minutes so far. So again, we are looking for fictional ghosts or names. Everybody loves Ren and Stimpy. Oh, Stumpy. Which cartoon character? There was a cartoon character named Stumpy. I can't think of which cartoon that one was now. Yeah, but who doesn't love Ren and Stimpy? Of course, that was back when the innuendos weren't as bad as they could have been. Oh, looking for the adult beverage real quick. That's what we were looking for. But yeah, it's gotten so cold. We are on day 14 of sub-freezing temperatures. I've actually gotten back in drinking hot lemonade. And it's basically, you just run your lemonade, you clean out your coffee machine, and you make powdered lemonade in the coffee machine. And it's good! But that's all upstairs, so I can't make a run for that. Plus, I think the coffee machine is now off. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for fictional ghosts. We are looking for the name of the remaining 7 fictional ghosts. And like I said, somebody named number 10, but they didn't name the ghost name. I will tell you that. They did not name the actual ghost on number 10. But so far, that's the only hint that I'm being generous enough to give on the first list. And like I said, I will say probably, I would have said the easiest one on here is number 3. And number 3 is not exactly easy. So this is one of those lists where you guys do actually have to think about. This is not one of those, I can just put 20 answers on the screen and I know I'm going to get at least half of them. So that is what we are looking for. And like I said, folks, we are the only show that gives the stuff away every week, such as, and I'm just going to pick one right out of the top of my head.
I am Optimus Prime.
Oh, I think this is only voice button.
Decepticons incoming.
Ah. So these are some of the things you can actually win on our show. And like I said, I'm kind of glad I had to back off a little on giving stuff out because I actually get to look at them longer. And it's not like, oh, it's gone already. I keep it. Nope, it's gone. And then we have all our mad bottles, sir. So those are just some of the items that we do give away, and we do ship internationally, just so you guys know. So if you live across the pond or across the eastern pond or western pond, you are still eligible. It's one of those things. Nope, show actually named Malcolm Crowe. Show actually did name Dr. Crowe. He just misspelled Crow, but I would have taken it if it had been up there. But yeah, let's see. I have 1, 2. Right now I got 3 items I still have to ship out that they will probably be getting shipped out this coming Saturday. I still got to get Justin's address. I got Leo's. I can't remember who has the die-cast Spider-Man figure. But those have actually been out and awarded. You think I burned everyone with brains? No. It's called mental exercise, bros. What's the one thing I always tell you guys? You can exercise the body. It's fantastic. You don't exercise the little gray cells. The rest of it isn't really worth anything. You can be a thug or an enforcer, but you're going to be taking orders for all your life. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the fictional ghosts. And I am going to say we might have burned some people out here. We may have burned some gray cells. Was it? Maybe it was you, Show. Maybe that's the one I have over there. Let me see. Maybe it was yours. Yeah, that's the one that's still sitting back there. That's the other one that's sitting back there. I still have... Who do I have still up here for metal die casts? Spider-Man already went out. So nope, Spider-Man's here. Aquaman had already gone out. So I've still got Killer Croc, Spidey Morales, and Harley Quinn sitting up on the shelf. Those are the 3 that are still sitting up on the shelf. And like I said, man, if I weren't collecting the chess pieces, I think those would have been my next big collector thing. Because I think those things look pretty damn amazing. I haven't seen one yet I haven't liked. Even Aquaman looked pretty damn cool to me. I think the worst one of those I've ever seen was like the first run of the Superman. I want to say it was the Superman, because I think that was the first one I ever saw, and I looked at it, and I'm like, no, it just doesn't look. It almost threw me off of the whole thing, and then I saw the Harley Quinn one next, and I'm like, that actually looks good, and then I'd start actually looking for those. But yeah, like I said, I'm still the chess piece guy. So we are down to 3.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 minutes. And nobody's gotten any of our 7 remaining fictional ghosts. And again, folks, do not forget, the ABBA votes are due in by January 15th at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And they have to come off of either be Instagram message to me or a response on one of my posts. If they are on somebody's repost, which I do appreciate, the votes will not count off the reposts. They have to be directed to me in that regard. Will Turner. No, Will Turner is not there. Plus, we already got 1 Pirates of the Caribbean, Little French Lady. I did not put 2 on there. All 7 of these are from different sources. And if I had to have picked the hardest one of the lot, I would have said number 5. I would have said number 5 would have been the hardest one of the lot. But it looks like they're all hard, apparently. Because we have had no guesses on any of the 7. We've had no guesses on any of the 7. Like I said, we had one person that was close on 10, but they did not give me the ghost name. It's actually a ghost with a name on number 10. And when I show it, I know somebody's going to be very mad they didn't get it. They are going to be very mad they did not get number 10. All right, so we are down to about 90 seconds, give or take, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, Phantom of the Opera is not there. Eric was not a ghost, though. Eric was just a villain. He wasn't really a ghost. He was just a love-struck psychopath. See, it's scary. I actually knew his name. And again, we threw out a bonus question for you guys. Can you name the Christian name of any one of the first 500 invaders at Normandy? Or I should say at Omaha Beach. It's just a bonus question we threw out there just to see if you guys could figure that one out. We're looking for the Christian name of any of the first 500 invaders on D-Day. And we are down to 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 0 seconds. We are down to 0 seconds. All right, Michelle, you better hide yourself because she is going to be very mad at herself for not getting this. Little French Lady was really close for number 10. That's what I'm going to show number 10 first. Number 10 was, she named Patrick Swayze, but she didn't name the ghost name. His name was Sam Wheat from Ghost, the movie. So, Shell, you better be ducking right about now, I think. You better be ducking right about now. And then the other 6, like I said, these, for the most part, were harder. But like I said, I thought number 3 was probably going to be the easiest one. I told you, you better duck, Show. I had number 3, but I could have said number 9 as probably the 2 easiest ones that were still on here. Number 3, as you guys know, I am a big Shakespeare fan. So one of my top 10 fictional ghosts had to be the ghost of Hamlet's father. I had to put Hamlet's father in here. It's one of my all-time favorite Shakespearean plays. Probably next. I want to say Richard III, but I can't say that. But I am a huge Shakespearean fan. I actually went to England many, many moons ago, and I went to go see the Globe Theatre. And it was freaking amazing to me. I actually went to Stratford-on-Avon, and I actually got to look at the Globe Theatre. Number 9, on the other hand, if there are any nerds in the crowd, and hopefully there are a few of you, you guys might want to think about turning in your nerd card. You might want to think about turning in your nerd card. As we went with Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars 4/6. He is actually a ghost in both movies. You can argue that he really wasn't 1 in 4, but he was. But you know he was a ghost in 6. So I had to get Obi-Wan Kenobi in there. I had to do it. Now, the other 4 were a little tougher. I'll say 3 of the 4 were a little tougher. Now, here's the thing. You guys all started off on the right track on number 2. Everybody named Headless Nick. They named Moaning Myrtle. But nobody went with the Bloody Baron. I kind of figured Headless Nick was going to get called out. I kind of figured Moaning Myrtle might get called out. I was kind of like hoping nobody was going to remember the 3rd of the main ghosts of the houses of Harry Potter. So I had to go with the Bloody Baron. Now, number 5, 6, and 7, these 3 I had as harder. And number 7 was kind of iffy. Because depending on which storyline you read, he was either a ghost or he wasn't a ghost. Number 7 actually came from DC Comics. And it was the gentleman ghost Jim Craddock from DC Comics. And again, there are like 3 different versions of Jim Craddock. One, he's an actual ghost. One, he's just a thief. And I'm trying to remember. And the other one, I want to say he's a thief that dies but comes back to life. So he kind of qualified but didn't qualify as a ghost on that one. Nope, they tried Headless Horseman already, KU. That one was not there. Now, number 5 and number 6, I knew were going to be hard. 5 and 6, I knew they were going to be hard. Number 6, you had to be a fan of a specific TV series to get number 6. Number 6 comes from the BBC version of Being Human. Sally Malik. She is the ghost that is forced to haunt the house, and she can never leave the house on Being Human. I think unless she possesses somebody. It's been so long since I've actually seen that one. But her character is an actual ghost in the show. And number 5. This one I was 100% sure was going to be the one that nobody got. Although you guys could have surprised me. Number 5 is from literature. And it's the Canterville Ghost from the Canterville Ghost. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was our 10 ghosts of the evening. And let's see if we can get there we go. We'll kind of get the go. Wait. We send everybody to hell for not getting the 10 ghosts of the evening. So we actually had Inky from Pac-Man, the Bloody Baron from Harry Potter, Hamlet's father from Hamlet. Wrong one. That one. The Flying Dutchman. Again, you take the historical version or the Pirates of the Caribbean. I went with the Pirates of the Caribbean because it was definitely a fictional ghost ship. The Canterville Ghost. Sally Malik from Being Human. Gentleman Joe's Jim Craddock from DC Comics. Stretch from Casper. Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars 6. And Sam Wheat, a.k.a. Little French Lady. Who was Sam Wheat? You know she's not going to say it now that we're calling her out for her guess earlier. It was Patrick Swayze in the Ghost movie. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was our 10 fictional ghosts. And I'm going to say, I got to say, that's the one that hit you guys. I don't think you guys have ever really had one that's beaten you guys as bad as that one did. There's been others where we've missed one or two. But I don't think I've ever had one where we had 7. Because basically the only ones we got were Inky, the Flying Dutchman, and Stretch. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was our 10 fictional ghosts of the evening. And like I said, originally that was going to be a Halloween episode. But it was just one of those cases where I had it on file and I didn't use it during Halloween. And I'm like, all right, we'll just use it this time. Oh, you couldn't remember the character's name. Okay. I'll forgive you a little bit. All right, I got to look up something real quick on this, so bear with me. Now, I'm going to be honest. You guys will have to catch me if we have used this list or this show before. If it is, I got a spare one lined up. I just have to set it up. I should say 6 questions, so. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Pyramid Game. And again, this will be open to the entire channel. And we get the words to go along the screen. Where it says definition, it should be question for the first word. Now, I will tell you, the questions to this are a lot harder than normal, simply because these are not actually my questions. So, a lot of these questions came out from various sources. 6 big topics, and they all relate to Kevin Bacon. No, they all relate to Patrick Swayze. All right, so with that, and like I said, if you guys have seen this board before, please let me know as soon as possible. because I do not remember if this is one we have used before. So on our pyramid, we have these 6 topics of playing with a full deck, smarty pants, nightlife, it's magic, 1%, and on the record. So those are our 6 topics on the board. Now, Mark, I think you were the last one to get one of the ones correct on the list. So I'm going to let you choose the first of the 6 topics that we're going to try. There are 22 categories, bros. There are 22 ABBA categories. So when I do the ABBA show, it will be all ABBA show and pretty much no game show that night, which I am aiming for. Like I said, I'm aiming for the 30th because it's going to take me that long. I have the votes pretty much tabulated. It's just a question of videos. It is literally a question of videos. Because everybody I'm trying to get a good clip for. So it's like, I don't want to grab a clip, say if you were in there, let's say Nerdy and Ginger Guys, I don't want one of those clips where he's kind of like sitting there looking for something. So Mark, you get to choose the first topic that comes off the board. So again, we have playing with a full deck, smarty pants, nightlife, it's magic, 1%, and on the record. So hopefully Mark is still here. And if not, I'll let KU choose. So KU, I'm going to let you choose. Hey, Trance, what's good? What are the happenings, my friend, for this Saturday night? See, and the reason I'm worried is I kind of remember this one, but I don't know if it actually got used. So I don't know if I remember it because I looked at it like a million times. Or if it's one that I previously used. I honestly don't know. All right. Somebody's got to be here when I call on them. Philanthropy, bros. Just like the definition. Giveaways, whether it's physical, emotional, personal, or just a good feeling. Who gives back the most from their show? All right, let's see. I know little French lady's here. I'm going to be nice since she couldn't think of Patrick Swayze's name. Or I should say Patrick Swayze's character name. So yeah, it can be physical giveaway. It could be who does the most for the PlayStation community. However you wanted to define it. That was one that I really didn't want to define specifically. It's sort of like the music one. The music one is who uses the music best in their stream versus who has the best music on their stream. I didn't really want to make that separation. So I kind of left that one a little vague. All right, on the record it is. All right, so again, for this, all right, so this is on the record, and you guys can't see the numbers. I got to darken them up. Yeah, I know. I'm worried. I am really worried. The good news is when Atlanta beat them, but then we kind of choke jobbed it in the fourth. But I don't know if we choke jobbed it once we knew, and it really didn't make a difference. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the 100-point question, where did Teddy Brewster think Panama was in the play Arsenic and Old Lace? Where did Teddy Brewster think Panama was in the play Arsenic, even though it's spelled wrong? That's another way I know it's an old category, because I don't think I corrected any of the misspellings. Where did Teddy Brewster think Panama was in the play Arsenic and Old Lace? Yeah, but Tampa kind of shut them down last game, last quarter. Like I said, I feel good, but I'm nervous about it because it's Carolina. It's 3 games against them, and so on and so forth. So they know each other really well. Nope, not Mexico, little French lady. Where did Teddy Brewster think Panama was in the play Arsenic and Old Lace? Now, I know this is an older play than most of you. Oh, no answer. In the play, he actually thought Panama was in his basement. He thought Panama was in his basement. All right, so your first clue, so you guys can see it, for the topic of On the Record is basement. All right, so we are up to the 75-pointer. What is the name given to the resistance to motion between 2 moving bodies in contact with each other? What is the name given to the resistance to motion between 2 moving bodies in contact with each other? Nope, not inertia show. And with that, the first guess is off the board. No, inertia is what keeps you going once there's no extra force behind you. The resistance to motion, when 2 bodies are in contact with one another, is friction. It's actually friction is the name when you have 2 bodies. There you go. Oh, a little late, little French lady. All right, number 3. What early television space explorer was the commander of the spaceship the Galaxy? What early television space explorer was the commander of the spaceship Galaxy? Again, we start the timer on the first guess. Nope, it is not Obama. What early TV space explorer was the commander of the spaceship known as Galaxy? Nope, not Buck Rogers. And I know this is going to be before y'all's time. Wow, we're 0 for 3 so far. It is Captain Video. Now, you will notice the captain is in parentheses. That means the word captain does not apply to the three words. So we have basement, friction, and video so far. The next question. What activity did Clayton Moore and Bruce Wayne share? What activity did Clayton Moore and Bruce Wayne share? You like what these hints are leading to, huh? So you think you know the theme of the puzzle. You think you know the theme of the pyramid. Crime fighting, you're on the right track, but that's not what we're looking for. I will say you are on the right track, though, show. What did both Clayton Moore and Bruce Wayne both do? Nope, not businessman. Oh, see, show, I would have thought you would have come up with this one if you know what the topic is. They're both famous for masks. Clayton Moore, the Lone Ranger. Bruce Wayne, Batman. They were both famous for masks. All right, we are at the 15-point puzzle. What Washington hotel was the scene of a 1972 crime that received national attention? Now, this one you guys should at least know. What Washington hotel was the scene of a 1972 crime that received national attention? Show, getting it, it is Watergate. All right, show, with that, you got it correct. So we have basement, friction, video, masking, and Watergate. You have until the timer to give me the theme of the pyramid. Basement, friction, video, masking, Watergate. For 15 points and the multiplier. Is it BDSM? It is not BDSM. All right, so this is the last clue question of the board. What type of distilled spirits are produced in the area north of Hadrian's Wall? What type of distilled spirits are produced in the area north of Hadrian's Wall? I just got the black box, bros, so yeah, I know it's there. What type of distilled spirits are produced in the area north of Hadrian's Wall? Well, Trance, it's an open game, so if you can get the question, you can take a shot at it. This one is open to everybody on the channel. Nope, it is not wine show, which means we start the timer. What type of distilled spirits are produced in the area north of Hadrian's Wall? We're not looking for whiskey. We're not looking for moonshine. Wow, I'm shocked. For those of you that don't know, Hadrian's Wall, you got it show, but you got it too late. It was Scotch. Hadrian's Wall separates England and Scotland. So we have basement, friction, video, masking, Watergate, and Scotch. Now, because nobody got the 6 questions, the multiplier is out, which would have been a ×2. But if anybody can tell me what those 6 have in common, you get 5 points on the board right now. Basement, friction, video, masking, Watergate, and Scotch. Trance, 100% correct. They're all tapes or types of tapes. Basement tape, friction tape, videotape, masking tape. There is actually a tape known as a Watergate. Well, actually the tape's from Watergate, duh. And Scotch tape. So with that, Trance on the board first with 5 points. And that means, Trance, you get to choose the next topic on the board. That's still not what I was looking for, show. That's the After Dark program, remember? All right, Trance, we have It's Magic, 1%. All right, we're going to go with plain with a full deck. Okay. So it is plain with a full deck. That is your clue. Your first free clue. And here is the first question. What out of this world James Michener book topped the bestseller list for 1982 to 1983? What out of this world James Michener book topped the bestseller list for 1982 and 1983? So again, the clue is playing with a full deck. That's your one. That's a free clue to everybody. So we are looking for the name of the James Michener book Nope, it is not. Where's Waldo? And with that, the timer begins. Which Out of This World James Michener book topped the bestseller list for 1982 to 1983? See, you were stuck on, I know where you got BDSM from, was Friction and Basement Show. Little French Lady beating the timer. It is Space. All right, Little French Lady, with that, you have till the timer to come up with the theme of this pyramid. So we have space. Your clue is playing with a full deck. All right. Nope, it is not spaceship. Question number 2. To what song title did the Pointer Sisters add the phrase, "For my love," because of a similarly titled Van Halen song? To what song title did the Pointer Sisters add the phrase, "For my love," because of a similarly titled Van Halen song? Show getting it. It is Jump. It is Jump for My Love by the Pointer Sisters or Jump by Van Halen. All right, Show. So your 2 words are space and jump. Your topic is playing with a full deck. If you can tell me what it is right now, you will score 75 points plus the multiplier. And your timer starts now. So we have space and jump. And it is playing with a full deck. Is it Moonwalk? No, it is not a moonwalk. All right, question number 3. In 1962, Robert Morris won a Tony for Best Actor in what musical? In 1962, Robert Morris won a Tony for Best Actor in what musical? Show says it is Cats. Is it Cats? It is not Cats. It is not Phantom of the Opera. It is not Mary Poppins. No, the correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, was And I don't have the parentheses here, and I really needed them. And I don't know why I don't have them. It was how to succeed in business without really trying. And I will tell you the key word on this one is business. So we've got space, jump, and business. So those are our 3 clues at the moment. And here is the next question. In fishing, what is the name given to the artificial fly that is designed for use underwater? In fishing, what is the name given to the artificial fly that is designed for use underwater? Nope, not a minnow, but you're on a good track there. In fishing, what is the name given to the kind of artificial fly that is designed for use underwater? Nope, not red tag. Not tadpole. In fishing, a fly that is designed to go under the water is known as a wet fly. It's known as a wet fly. Anything that stays on the surface is known as a dry fly. Anything that goes underwater is known as a wet fly. All right, we are down to 15 points on this one. What term, meaning time free from work or duty, is also the first word in the name of a Florida city? What term, meaning time free from work or duty, is also the first word in the name of a Florida city? Nope, not vacation. Not break. Dade. Nope, not Dade. There's a Florida city called Blank City. That blank also means time free from work or duty. Oh, no guess. It is Leisure City. Ah, Trent, you were working on it. You were working on it. It's Leisure City, Florida. All right, the 5-point question. In which TV show did Gene Barry play a very rich Los Angeles chief detective? In which TV show did Gene Barry play a very rich Los Angeles chief detective? Nope, not Dragnet. Little French lady getting it. It is Burke's Law. That was the name of the show. All right, little French lady. I gotta let the timer run out. So we've got space, jump, business, wet, leisure, and law. Again, your clue is playing with a full deck. So again, space, jump, business, wet, leisure, and law. What connects those 6 words? And your timer starts now. Space, jump, business. Ladies and gentlemen, it is suit, spacesuit, jumpsuit, business suit, wetsuit, leisure suit, and lawsuit. Which means little French lady does get the multiplier, which means little French lady will score. Oh, it's only a multiplier of 1. It is only a multiplier of 1. So Trent's at 5, little French lady at 5, and little French lady, you get to choose the next category. We have It's Magic, 1%, Smarty Pants, or Nightlife. All right, It's Magic. All right, for the 100-point pyramid, what North American snake moves by using its head and tail as supporters, then lifting his trunk left or right? What North American snake moves by using its head and tail as supporters, and then lifting his trunk left or right? You gotta think outside the box a little, Trance. They could be simple like that. It could mean something like casinos, or it could be something like this deck of cards. Nope, it is not a cobra. What North American snake moves by using its head and tail as supporters, then lifting his trunk left or right? Not the Mississauga Rattler. It's not what we are looking for. Not the mamba. Not the garter snake. It is the sidewinder. The sidewinder snake is known for moving left and right and using its head to kind of like push forward or pull forward and his tail to push forward. Is the sidewinder. Number 7, the 75-point question. What after dinner drink is known as being a combination of white cream de menthe and brandy? What after dinner drink is known as being a combination of white cream de menthe and brandy? And this is according to the IBA. Show 100% right. It is a stinger. A stinger is white cream de menthe and brandy. That's all that is a stinger. All right, show, you got 75 sitting on the board. we have Sidewinder, we have Stinger. Your clue is it's magic. And with that, your timer starts now. Sidewinder and Stinger. Oh, no guess from Show. And it is time for the 50 point. What is the largest city in Arizona? What is the largest city in Arizona? And I think this is by population. Actually, I think it's population and area. Nope, not Mesa. Show stealing it. It is Phoenix. Phoenix is the largest city in Arizona, I think both by population and by area. Or at least it was. At least at the last census count. All right, Show. You have Sidewinder, Stinger, Phoenix. Your timer starts now for its magic. Sidewinder, Stinger, Phoenix. Let's see, Flagstaff, Mesa, Tucson. Is it a Flaming Moe? No, it is not a Flaming Moe. And with that, the next question. What volunteer, this is a generic term, what is the generic term for a volunteer in the Revolutionary War who was known for his ability to fight on short notice? What was the generic term for a volunteer in the Revolutionary War who was known for his ability to fight on short notice? Nope, not conscript. Trans, 100% right. It is the Minuteman. Or Minutemen, I would have taken either or. All right, Trans, we are on the 25-point square. We have Sidewinder, Stinger, Phoenix, Minuteman. Can you tell me what the topic or the theme of the pyramid is before the timer runs out, which starts? I'm not even going to start it. The theme is missiles. The Sidewinder missile, the Stinger missile, the Phoenix missile, the Minuteman missile, and the topic was it's magic for magic missiles. So Trance with 25 plus the multiplier of 5 points. Damn, that's a lot. Which puts Trance at 125 points on the game so far. All right, Trance. We got 3 categories left. We have Smarty Pants, Nightlife, and 1%. So Trance at 125, Little French Lady at 5. We have Smarty Pants, Nightlife, and 1%. All right, Nightlife it is. And the nightlife category question starts all right, give me a minute. I got to go look and see what this theme is. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know what this theme is. I don't know what this theme is. Okay. All right, so we are looking for nightlife. And here is the first question. What do you call the stone of a drupaceous fruit? What do you call the stone of a drupaceous fruit? Trans, 100% right. It is known as the pit. It is not known as a seed. It is known as a pit. That is the difference between a standard citrus fruit, for instance, and an avocado. Never call an avocado anything other than a drupaceous fruit. All right, Trent, you have pit on the board. The clue is nightlife. And here is your timer. Is it R? I always let the timer run out before I do anything. I will tell you, it is not tar. All right. Number 2 for 75 points. What word is generally used in the names for the land formation of Man, Pines, and White? What word is generally used in the names for the land formations Show, 100% correct. It is the Isle. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Wight, and the Isle of Pines. All right, Show. So you have pit and Isle. And again, the clue is nightlife. And your timer starts now. Pit and Isle. Is it stop? It is not stop. All right, clue number 3. What was the first movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? What was the first movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? Nope, not Casablanca. What was the very first movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? Not The Kid. Nope, not The Sound of Music. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, was Wings. 1939, I think. Wings was the very first ever picture to win the Oscar for Best Picture. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for question number 4. What phrase characterizing Russia's post-war isolationist policy was coined by Winston Churchill? What phrase characterizing Russia's post-war isolationist policy was coined by Winston Churchill? Wrong wing show. Trans, 100% correct. It was Winston Churchill who coined the phrase, the Iron Curtain. All right, Trent, so we have pit, aisle, wings, and curtain. Your clue is nightlife. So again, pit, aisle, wings, and curtain. And the clue is nightlife, and the timer starts now. Pit, aisle, wings, and curtain. Nope, not rods. I like that one. Pit rod pit, maybe. All right, question number 5. What house falls in an Edgar Allan Poe story in which a man buries his twin sister in a deep vault? What house falls in an Edgar Allan Poe story in which a man buries his twin sister in a deep vault? Nope, not Telltale Heart. Show getting it right. It is the fall of the House of Usher. All right, show. We are at the 15-point question. We have pit. We have aisle. We have wings. We have curtain. We have usher. The clue is nightlife. What do those 5 words have in common? And your timer starts now. Pit, aisle, wings, curtain, and usher. Show says it's a rope. Is it a rope? It is not a rope. All right, so we are down to the last question of the board. And here is the question. Shakespeare thinks all the world's a what? Shakespeare thinks all the world's a what? It is a stage. All the world's a stage. Whether to suffer the slings and arrows, yada, 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 yada. All right, show. You get one guess at this with the multiplier. We have pit, aisle, wings, curtain, usher, and stage. Those are the 6 words. Your clue is nightlife. And the timer does not need to start. It is things in a theater. You have the theater pit, the aisles in the theater. Off to the sides of the stage are wings. Every theater has a curtain, the usher that takes you to your seat, and the theater stage itself. Which means Show gets 5 points times the multiplier. He's hoping for a big one. Is it a big one? It is times 5, which puts Show at 25 points and moves Show to second place. All right, Show. We are down to Smarty Pants or 1%. Smarty Pants or 1%. All right, Smarty Pants it is. And the 100-point question. What country is bordered by Denmark to its north? What country is bordered by Denmark to its north? Nope, not the Netherlands. Not Sweden. Sweden is to its north. What country is Denmark on the northern border of? Hey, south, what's good? Is not Belgium, not Finland. There we go. Show just beating the timer. It's Germany. If you go straight south from Denmark, you go into Germany. So Denmark borders Germany on its north. I couldn't put which country was on the northern border of Germany because then Netherlands would have counted, Denmark would have counted, and I think a pocket of Poland would have counted. So the question had to be reworded slightly differently. All right, Show. The clue is Smarty Pants. Your first clue is Germany. Is it Volkswagen? No, it is not Volkswagen. All right, clue number 2. What was the only musical instrument that was played by comedian Jack Benny? What was the only musical instrument played by comedian Jack Benny? Nope, not the trumpet. He's one of my all-time favorite comedians. Jack Benny, Danny Kaye, Bob Hope. Not necessarily in that order. Nope, not spoons. Little French lady getting it. It is the violin. He was actually very, very good, but one of the running gags that he always did was he always played it bad on the show. But the man was a master violinist. He really was. All right, Little French lady. We have Germany and violin. The clue is Smarty Pants. And your timer starts now. So again, we got Germany and violin. Is it Oktoberfest? Sausages galore. We wait for the timer to buzz. And if it's right, we reveal it. If not, we reset the timer. And unfortunately, Little French lady, we are resetting the timer one more time. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think if somebody can get this question, I think they'll be able to solve this pyramid. What is measured at 186,282 miles per second? What is measured at 186,282 miles per second? Show 100% correct. It is the speed of light. It is the speed of light. All right, show. So we have Smarty Pants. We have Germany, violin, and the speed of light. Can you give us the theme to our pyramid? Germany, violin, speed of light. Is it Mozart? No, it is not Mozart. All right, the next question on the board. Who invented dynamite? Who invented dynamite? Well, see, here's the thing. Right now, show's got 25. Trance has 125. Little French lady has 5. So, show could possibly tie it up, depending on if he can get the theme. It is Alfred Nobel. It is Alfred Nobel. All right, show. This is the 25-point question box. We have the Nobel, Germany, violin, and the speed of light. And with that, show, the timer starts. Does not start because she'll get to guess in. He says it's Beethoven. It is not Beethoven. The next question on the board. Name the Ivy League school whose tiger colors are orange and black. Name the Ivy League school whose tiger colors are orange and black. Kind of fitting. Most tigers are orange and black. Although there are white and black, and I think there are red and blacks. Trans, I will give it to you even with the typo. It is Princeton. All right, Trans, we have Germany, violin, speed of light, Nobel, and Princeton. And it is Albert Einstein. It is indeed Albert Einstein. And South, believe it or not, he had German citizenship, he had Swiss citizenship, and he had American citizenship. Albert Einstein was actually had citizenship of all three countries. Germany, Switzerland, and the United States. He was German until 1941. Became Swiss in claimed Swiss citizenship in 1944, I think. And then he became an American citizen in 1945, if I have my years right. Oh, you were referring to the Beethoven guess. Okay. So with that, Trans adding to his score. Oh, another 5 multiplier, putting him with another 75 points. That puts Trans at 200 points even. 200 points even. All right, so this is where we stand. Trans is at 200. Show is at 25. Little French Lady is at 5. So we are down to the 1% question. The multiplier apparently will come into play. Basically, Show, you are hoping, Little French Lady's hoping to get it within the 50 slot and a multiplier of 5. Show is hoping for the Show and Little French Lady, I think, are about in the same boat. They have to get it before the 50 slot and hope for a multiplier of 5, I think. All right, so here is the 1% category. And here is question number 1. Who played Martin Morgenstern on Rhoda? Who played Martin Morgenstern on Rhoda? It's a TV show, just for those of you that don't know. Who played Martin Morgenstern on Rhoda? On TV's Rhoda. And for South, he'd have to get it on the 75 and hope for a 4 or better. I think 50 times 5 would actually be doing. Show, using Google as fast as he can. It is Harold Gould. All right, so your first clue, Show, is Gould. Again, the Harold is in parentheses, so it does not apply. So, Show, your first clue is Gould. The topic is 1%. Your timer starts now. The show says it is pumps. So we have Gould and pumps is the guess. We wait for the timer to finish. Once I start it, I have to let it go all the way through. And I will tell you, it is not pumps. All right, ladies and gentlemen, question number 2. 75 points on the board. Who wrote the 1906 novel, The Jungle? Who wrote the 1906 novel, The Jungle? I actually had to read this one in one of my literature classes. It wasn't a bad book. It was just... It was very, very biased. Show getting again. It is Upton Sinclair. Upton Sinclair actually wrote The Jungle. All right, show. Your clue again is 1%. Your 2 bottom clues are Gould and Sinclair. It's Gould and Sinclair. And with that, the timer starts now. Gould and Sinclair, your clue is 1%. Nope, it is not the Federal Reserve. All right, the 50-point category. Now, little French lady needs it on this one, and she has to hope for a multiplier of 5. What British officer led the first expedition to reach the summit of Mount Everest? What British Army officer led the first expedition to reach the summit of Mount Everest? And it is not Hillary. Which British Army officer led the first expedition to reach the summit of Mount Everest? And again, it is not Edmund Hillary. You have no clue. Nope, not Mallory. Oh, nobody gets this one. The correct answer was John Hunt. It was John Hunt was the first, and I can't remember if he survived or not. I'm trying to remember if he survived. Actually, he did survive. He did it in 1953. But yeah, his was considered the first expedition to get to the summit. Hillary got to the top, But Hunt was the first one to actually reach the official summit. Or something to that effect. Let me find it again. Or no, let me rephrase that. Hunt was the Army captain that led Hillary's expedition. Hillary gets the credit. Hunt was the one that led the expedition. Let me make sure. 225 times 5 is... Yeah, there's no way you guys can catch Trance. There is no way you guys can catch Trance on this one. So we had Harold Gould, Sinclair, and Hunt. And I'm going to show off the answers here. Then we had John Ford. We had Joe Morgan. And we had Charles Evans Hughes. So we had Gould, Sinclair, Hunt, Ford, Morgan, and Hughes. Anybody want to take a guess at what the 1% clue is? Very close chance. I would have probably taken billionaires, but they were all American millionaires. I don't think Morgan's ever... No, was it... I don't think Sinclair's ever went to $1 billion. But they were all American millionaires. So that was what we were looking for. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Trance takes a victory. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we are not going to save that because I am going to wipe that board out very, very shortly. All right, Trance, with that, my friend, it will take a second to load this up. The Queen Wave. Don't bend over too far, Trance. Show might give you the boot and send you flying into the wall. All right, Trance, with that, my friend, we have a number between 1 and 155. Throws the tomatoes. You're supposed to wait till he's in the stockade before you throw the tomatoes south. So, Trance, we need a number between 1 and 155 from you, my friend. Which treasure chest would you like? All right, 51 it is. And in treasure chest number 51 for the Trance Cowboy is the AJ Styles figure, which also comes with comes with one extra side piece. So bear with me 1 second. So with that, Trance, you, my friend, are getting you're getting a pair of crutches and one one of my all-time favorite wrestlers of any era, Mr. A.J. Styles. This is actually from, I'm trying to remember which set this one is from. Can't remember. But you know the weird thing about this is, even before this came out, before he was like put in the world title, that's who's all in that set. That's champion, super champion. My all-time favorite guy. Yes, I am a huge Stinger fan. Because I always like the good guys. I always root against the bad guys, no matter what. So Trance will be getting AJ Styles, and he will let him walk around on crutches. So Trance, that will be coming to you. And I am pretty sure I have your address on file. I'm 99.99999% sure I have that on file. See, this is what happens when it's quiet. I do the prizes early, and no telling who gets them. All right, bear with me 1 minute, guys, as I make a bigger mess of my studio to put Trance's name on the sheet. Like I said, I'm going to try to get stuff out next Saturday, but obviously shipping is going to be a bit slower for me lately. So you guys will just have to bear with me, but I do promise to get them out. So we put that off to the side. So let's see, I have something for Lethal. How did I not get that out to Lethal last time? Wow. I thought I sent Lethal a package, and I apparently had something else that was supposed to go to him. This is what happens when you are as unorganized as I am, ladies and gentlemen. That is what happens when you are as unorganized as me. Alright, so that will be our big game for the night. Like I said, because we didn't have that many people on, I figured I was going to try to use the open game and see if anybody showed up. Alright, so bear with me 1 minute as we move AJ Styles out of the available prize list. Alright. It is 10 o'clock. And what the heck? Ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is time for list number 2 of the evening. Now, I did the ghost to kind of get your guys' head meats turning. Speaking of which, nobody's answered the big mystery question tonight. The big mystery question was, can you guys tell me the Christian first name of any of the first 500 invaders on Omaha Beach? So we're still waiting to see that. If nobody gets it by the end of the show, I will actually tell you what this is. But for list number 2, I decided to do something a little more topical. And the reason I say it's more topical is because it is freaking cold outside. So for list number 2 tonight, I went back to an old one. Nope, it is not James' show. Sea Chicken tried that earlier. And I went for Ice Blank. I went for words and phrases that started with the word ice. That's all there is to this one, is Ice Blank. You gotta remember to put the word ice in front of it, Trance, or it doesn't count. And I almost bet you're going to be wrong, show. But I dare you throw out 500 names. I dare you. So again, we threw a mystery question in there for tonight. It's basically, can you give the Christian name of any of the first 500 invaders on Normandy Beach? Ice Cube, definitely up there. Ice cream, definitely up there. Everybody has to have ice cream, right? Now, I'm going to say number 6 will be the hard one. I will say number 6 will be the hard one, but we shall see. Nope, no Iceland. Icebreaker! And I know I've done an ice list before, but I figured with the weather, it just seemed fitting that I needed to put another ice list up here. Nope, not Ice Crystal. His name is not Abraham. And as we have a bunch of Canadians, you guys should get number 7. See, I want to do that more often. Is put in like those. I want to do like that one really weird question that's going to have an interesting fact behind it. And just let everybody think about it throughout the entire show, and I'll mention it every so often. Or I might like put it down at the bottom. Like I'll put that big old mystery, like that big question, like down at the bottom. That may be a good use for the banner. That would be a really good use for the banner, I think. But I have to fit it so it'll actually fit. Ice sickle. I'm surprised you didn't spell it out the other way, Trans. Ice and then sickle. So again, we are looking for ice blank. For our second, we're going to call it final list of the evening. So again, the mystery question of the night. What was the Christian name of any of the first 500 invaders or assaulters? What's the word? On Normandy's beach. See, my problem is I don't dare do that for a vault thing. Because if I did, I know somebody would like hit Google and search. Ice Palace. And if I could find a way to word the questions, maybe. There we go. A hockey fan had to get this one. Ice the puck. Ice the puck was what we were looking for. So again, we are looking for ice blank. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that happen to be watching, or hopefully watching, either now or in the archives, I want to welcome you to List Wits. We are the one and only live interactive game show. We come to you live from PlayStation every Wednesday night from YouTube, every Saturday night from Twitch. You can check, we'll catch all the archives on YouTube. Now that I know I can export them. Because that'll be the first thing I do tomorrow is export this one over and get that on there. And then we will do the List Wits After Dark show is every Thursday night at the moment. Like I said, at the moment, as long as the schedule allows. Oh, iceberg lettuce would have been good. Iceberg lettuce would have been a good one to drop in there. So we are looking for ice blank. Ice blank. And again, folks, as you guys just saw, Trance just won himself the AJ Styles WWE figure, along with the extra set of crutches that went with him, or was put with him. Those were courtesy of Lazy Gamer, I believe. He actually sent me about 6 or 7 of them. And so with my wrestling figures, I kind of patched them in, or packed them in together. The Sheamus one, the big Sheamus one, obviously doesn't come with the thing because it's different scales. But we give away something every episode. And again, you don't worry about shipping. You don't worry about handling. It is basically all on us, as long as the budget allows. And we basically give you guys stuff just for watching, playing, and participating. And we're wrapping it up tonight with our final list of the evening. Going to be a shorter show than normal. Normally the Saturday shows, depending on the crowd, run till 11:30 sometimes, 12 o'clock Central, midnight. But tonight, not so much. Tonight has been a quiet crowd, so we're gonna cut things a little bit slower. Ice Crush, no. Ice Shaving, no. Ice Statue, not what we are looking for. Although I will say you're on the right track, little French lady. You're kind of on the right track. I will give you that much. And as it's late and we're pushing our way through this, we will give out some hints along the way for the last 18 minutes and 30 seconds of the show. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on Instagram, please check out our Instagram account for the ABBA Awards. We are looking for the votes for our best of Playroom streamers. And these are basically if you Playroom through Twitch or if you Playroom through YouTube. We basically did this last year where I went through and I picked some of my favorite streamers. This year I decided to let you guys pick your favorites. And you guys gave us various nominations. And now it is time for the votes. And again, to vote, you just make sure you check the Instagram account. Look under the Saint Fan. And all you have to do is either reply to the post or send us a direct message either on Instagram or here on the PlayStation Network. And again, what we were trying to do is promote the best shows, streamers of anywhere. So if there is a streamer that you really like and they are on our nomination list, they can be voted for. Just remember, no write-in votes. You can only select the streamers that were chosen because again, they were all chosen by you. We ran the nomination list for a month. It was basically from the end of November till the end of December. And it is voting time. And again, what we are going to do is hopefully, I'm aiming for prior to January 30th. And we'll do it on YouTube because we know we'll get a bigger crowd on YouTube. We will do an ABBA award show. And basically, we'll give you guys a little clip of as many of these as we can find. And 15, 20 seconds per nomination. And let you guys see some of the great streamers that are out there. Whether it is Dr. Jekyll, Nikki D. Lovely, Wicked Ruby, Nerdy Effect, George Clooney, Critter, Moneymaker, myself, Jelly Jungle. Laura Croft has got a nomination. Who else am I forgetting right off the top of my head? Liquid Lola, Nerdy New Yorker. There are a lot of really good streamers out there, folks. I mean, a lot of them. They just don't get the credit because, again, we've always tried to help push away from the drama and the nitpicking and the backbiting and the backstabbing that goes on around on PlayStation. And we want to promote the positive side of it. There is a positive side. You may not see it if you watch very random streamers, but there are a lot of good ones out there. Eight-legged creatures, the homebodies, Dr. Jekyll. I just said defective head meat a minute ago. Harley and Mr. J. Who else am I forgetting? Fluffy Uffykins when she streams. There are a lot of them out there that really deserve props and thanks for what they do. It's easy for you, for the trolls to get on the chat line and say, I'm behind the keyboard, they can't see me, so I can say whatever nasty thing I want to say. We put our faces out there. You guys see us. You see what you guys say, whether it means something or doesn't mean something for us. We do the game show. Nerdy does the collectibles. Liquid Lola does game reviews, movie reviews, basic conversation. Moneymaker, if you love Crank Yankers, the old TV show, you love Moneymaker's prank phone calls. You would love Moneymaker's rants. Nerdy New Yorker's artwork, his cosplays. Painting with the Prince and his artwork is absolutely amazing. I almost picked him last year for the Artistic Award. I can't remember who I gave it to. It was a toss-up last year between Prince and, I want to say, Wicked Ruby. I think I gave it to Wicked after hard consideration. Because she had done more mediums. But if it came to painting, Prince was like, he was there. Best music streams or use of music streams. Use of music in stream. In fact, I can't even speak the English no more. I think I'll start speaking Pig Latin. Upway, Udway, Uye, Inkthey, Ifway, Iway, Usedway, Igpay, Attenlay. I can't do that for an entire show. That'd be interesting to try, but I don't think I could do it. The performance genius of Mayor Furberger. The man is... You either get Mayor Furberger or you don't, and if you get him, you will find him freaking hilarious. Golden Threat is in there. Free Morse. I just started watching some of her archives because I never really went back and I never caught her show. I caught some of her archives. The lady is incredible. I got to figure out what I'm going to pull from her streams for her nomination spot, which is going to be hard because she's got a couple in there I could really do. LBM Chick, she's in there for the music, and she's in there for hostess. Then there are the characters out there. Freddy's Ready, George Clooney, Sister Barbara, Spaceman Steve. And Ruby, if you're watching, I'm thinking you're right. I'm thinking I got to split that up next year, which means I'm probably going to have to dump one of the other categories. Unfortunately, little French lady, it may have to be the animal. The animal category may have to get dumped for next year. Because I think that was one of those that had the few, that one or the food one, because those were the ones that had the fewest nominations this year. I think food only had 3, and I think animals only had 4, and 2 of them were fictional animals. So those are the 2 that might have to get dumped. Although surprisingly, nobody put 8-legged creatures in the animal category. But there were a lot of people that didn't get nominated that I could have nominated or put in there. Like I said, the costume category itself could have been 20 people. It really could have been. It could have been 20 people or 20 characters on the character list. The costume might have been a little tougher. The costume probably would have been one that wasn't one of my usual viewers if I was going to go digging for them. But like I said, I know the big problem with that is PlayStation and Twitch do not always get along. So there are a lot of Twitch streamers that I don't get to watch. Yeah, but it wasn't for Animal, little French lady. I do know that because you gave me another animal. You are the one that put the nomination in for a different animal. I do know that. Yours was the first one to have Lucy on the nominations for the animals. I do remember. But yeah, we have 22 categories. So again, I was started clipping videos earlier. I got a ton more I got to go through and clip down. Because, like I said, I want to try to get one for every streamer or every nomination. Some of them I probably have to reuse because it's going to be quicker and easier. And it's easy for instance, with Prince, because he's got one really good scene that I clipped. And there's like another one right before it that is even as good, if not better, that I may replace it with for his nomination. But I may take like Mayor Furburger. I'll just take one of his videos and pick out like 2 or 3 different spots for his. Time Spacers has the same thing. I thought about like doing intro videos after I finish these, sort of like Freddie did for Dr. J and I had done for myself, but with Liquid Lola supplying the music. And I may do something in terms of that for intro video or advertising videos for streamers. And basically, that's going to be one bonus they all get, is basically because I pulled a video, I got groundwork to make ads for pretty much all of them. It's just kind of hard to pick and choose for some of them. Nikki is hard to pick and choose for because she'll have those moments where she's literally looking at her phone and talking to whoever is chatting, and I was trying to avoid that. And then she'll have her character moments. And you know I'm going to get Grandma Knick Knack in there. You know I'm going to get Millie in there. I even forgot about her Millie character. Her Millie character was freaking hilarious. And I don't have to worry about, there's a couple I don't have to worry about, like Dr. Jekyll, because we got the one Freddie made. So I may just see what else Freddie's already done and borrow those. The Nerdy Effect, I'm going to try to do. The only problem I have with Nerdies is I don't want the 4.0 thing in there, or when he's back, the 5.0. So it's kind of like, can I clip out just where it says 5.0 without screwing up the music? That's my big concern. ice, then heat, then repeat. I just want the heat show. That's all I want. I want the heat. Like I said, tomorrow around here, we are supposed to get some massive icy weather. So if you guys don't see me tomorrow, you will know why. Is because either power's out or internet service is out, or a tree fell through the roof or something to that effect. Which that's the problem with the ice storms here, is they never bug the house, but it gets the big trees, and the big trees always seem to fall like right in front of the house. And it's like, I'm just worried one of these days it's going to fall like on the house. Because the cottonwood in my backyard is old and huge. And at some point, I'm just waiting for that ice to just go crack and the whole thing going to fall over. All right, so we are down to 3 ice phrases, ladies and gentlemen. 3 ice phrases. You know, the scary part is I think that's the most I did any straight standard talking tonight, other than right at the beginning when I was having fun talking about the Animaniacs and the Twitch stream I watched today. Just goes to show you, some days I have stuff to talk about, some days I'm just kind of here, and hopefully the game show takes over. And then some days it's just, I will admit, it is really bad. Even I can admit that plenty of times in the past. So yeah, like I said, guys, yeah, but how close are they to the home show? My cottonwood tree is basically 10 feet from my house. Maybe 12. So when that sucker breaks, I always have to pray that it breaks on the north side. Because if it breaks on the south side, it's either coming through the stairs to my basement. It's going to come through the attic, through part of the living room, and part of the stairs through the basement. I guarantee you when it does happen. The good thing is every time it's broken, it's been on the north end of the tree. And the north end is kind of away from the house. Oh, I know they stand huge. I've got one in my mom's place. It's over 120 years old. And it is literally 13 stories tall minimum. I think 13 stories tall, because we refused to cut it down. It was one of those that oak tree was one where we basically put up a tire swing, right? But to put up the tire swing, we had to take, the heavy trailer hitch. We had to take a heavy trailer hitch, and literally we were playing shot put with the trailer hitch to get it over one of the low branches. Yeah, like I said, I'm worried that's what's going to happen to this one. Now, if my other one falls, I won't care. I got one in the back. It split in half with like really bad storms 2 years ago, and I've never chopped it up. So it's basically, I got the tree standing there, and a third of the tree is still leaning down. All right, we are down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, for the last of the ice list. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left for the last of the ice list. Now, like I said, at times they have to come down, because there's nothing left inside of them to keep them up. As long as it's the branches, I'm happy. The branches I can live with. It's going to be when I have to cut the cottonwood, have to order to get the cottonwood cut. Then I'm going to be very disappointed. It'll be a lot of firewood, but it's going to be sorrowful to see it go. But yeah, we have 2 decent-sized trees on my property. You're more worried about the bigger branches taking out the hydro. Hail hydro! Now, one of the things I did want to do here was, at one point, I wanted to try to do that geothermal thing, but that involves digging up a lot of the yard. And I'm like, I can't do that. Can't do that. But yeah, that's my cottonwood. It's losing branches. It loses branches pretty much every year. And it loses big branches every year. And like I said, not much longer, it's going to go out. It is going to have to come down. It's going to be painful. It's going to be saddening, but it's going to have to happen. Like I said, I'm just hoping, like I said, I know we are going to get killed tomorrow. It's basically, they say, up till 9 a.m., it'll be fine. Once 9 a.m. rolls around, don't go outside, you're getting pelted. You're going to be buried in ice and frozen rain. And the worst part was, he said, and you might have a little bit of snow mixed in. Like the kids are going to go out and play in the snow while it's ice storming. Yeah, right. So again, like I said, if you guys don't see me on tomorrow, you guys will know why. Or I should say, if you don't see me on playing video games tomorrow, you'll know why. And then hopefully Monday, I got to call this one person about a possible job. If they're going to even be in after the ice storm hits, which is going to be another question. Or if I still have to wait for these damn recruiters. All right, we are down to 30 seconds, and we have 3 ices left. We are down to 3 time. Well, we don't even have 30 seconds anymore. Iceman Steve. Nope, Iceman Steve is not there, nor is Iceman Brandon Fraser up there. No, so we had ice cream, ice cube, iced tea, icebreaker, ice sculpting, or I would have taken ice sculpture. I would not have taken ice statue like little French lady tried. Ice the puck, ice fishing. Now, you guys should have known. You guys should have known, as old as I am, that there would have been one old ice movie in there. Ice Station Zebra. Fantastic movie. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you do. And then we went for something a little more popular. We went for Ice, Ice Baby. I hate that song, but I had to put it in here just for this one. I have done an ice list before, and I did not put that in last time, and I got reamed by the viewers. And finally, from Discovery Channel or National Geographic or whatever it is, we had Ice Road Truckers. So we had ice cream, ice cube, iced tea, Ice Ice Baby, Icebreaker, Ice Sculpting, Ice the Puck, Ice Road Truckers, and Ice Station Zebra, and every Canadian's favorite sport, ice fishing. That's fishing like pretty much every day for you guys. I know. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ice list of the night. And with that, we're going to ice things here. And we're going to wrap things up, as we're going to try to wrap ourselves up tonight before it gets really cold. And we're going to say thank you guys once again for those of you that joined us on Wits, the one, the only interactive game show, live from PlayStation, live from Twitch, live from YouTube, where you guys actually win stuff every Wednesday night, every Saturday night. No charge, no strings, just watch, play, win. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to tell you, as always, exercise the little gray cells. And before we go, I almost forgot, show you never got my answer to my question. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, On D-Day, the very first people to hit the beach were 500 Army regulation dummies. There was a plan by the U.S. Army to confuse the Germans, and they literally launched 500 fake paratroopers out of airplanes onto the beach. They were all dummies. Some of them even had soundtracks that were playing with them. And they all had one name. They were all known as Rupert. And from what I remember, the reason they were called Rupert is because it was a name having to do with enlisted men calling their officers Rupert. So the only Christian name of the first 500 people deployed on Normandy Beach was Rupert. That is the actual answer to the mystery question of today. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that and that profound but useless but interesting piece of information, we're going to say have a good night, and we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Just make sure that you tune in to this Wits. You're watching this Wits. If you're blaming the right way, just make sure that you tune in to this Wits. Just make sure that you tune in to this Wits. You're watching this Wits. If you're blaming the right way, just make sure that you tune in.